Okay, we are going to be making a custard pie. It's kind of funny. I've been asking people around here in the news today, and half of the people are like, I've never heard of it. You either love it or hate it, but if you haven't tried it yet, you really should. I looked back at the history of a custard pie, and what I love about it is it actually started back in Europe, back in like a long, long time ago. And it was because it's so simple and it's the staples that you already have in your house. So it's not a complicated pie. This is how we get started. You have 4 eggs. The thing that you want to really make sure is make sure that you kind of temper your eggs, which just means let it sit out of the fridge for about 20 to 30 minutes. Let them get to like room temperature. Some people are very picky about that with cakes and stuff. I'm not necessarily on those, but this, you do want them to just be at room temp. So we're gonna add 4 eggs. You can't even believe how simple this pie is, but yet it's delicious. It's like a silky, almost custard, like almost like you're getting a creme brulee kind of thing if you've never had the pie. Okay, so now we add the sugar, okay? And we're going to add salt. And then I'll show you the next trick. And then we're going to add our vanilla. Add as much as you want. Sometimes I like to add a little bit of extra vanilla. I just think it makes it even extra good. So what you do is you just mix that up in your bowl, okay? And then this is the important part. You get your milk and you want it to be, you know, hot, but not too like scalding hot. And we're just gonna slowly add in the milk, because then you won't temper with the eggs too much. You can't just dump the milk completely in. So you're just taking it nice and slow. You're mixing it up so you get that nice custard filling. Okay, I'm just gonna go really slow, but try to do it on camera as well. We're gonna run out of time in this half, but I'm gonna continue to add this slow. I already have my pie crust that's made, and then we'll assemble it. It's so easy, but good. It's yummy.
Yes, that looks fantastic.
For some people, it's turkey. For me, it's the pies.
The pies.
Like the custard pie.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna finish up our custard pie. What I think is so fun about it, like I told you in the last segment, this is like hundreds and hundreds of years old. This is what people were making in their little quaint little farmhouses out in England, and I just think that's so fun because they all had these ingredients. They had probably the fresh eggs from their chickens, which if you don't have chickens like me, you can go and get the Oakdale eggs. I love them because they're a family-owned local Utah business. And then the cow, that's even my cow's milk, but it's just fun. It's like, it's so simple but yet delicious, right, on everything. Okay, I've already made my pie crust. And the thing about the pie crust is you don't want your crust to get too warm because then it's kind of harder to deal with. And you want to make sure that you get like the chunks of butter that you can see through the dough. So I love that because then you just get such a yummy, delicious flavor. So we're just going to roll it out. And basically what you're doing is you just kind of want to keep turning your pie dough so that you keep getting a good shape. Okay? And make sure you have a little bit of flour down so it doesn't stick. But you just want to work quickly so it doesn't get too warm. And you don't want to overdo pie crust because then it doesn't turn out well. I think it's a scary thing for a lot of people. Most people I've been talking to are like, I can't make pie. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. It's not complicated. Okay, so then we're just going to take, well, first I wasn't ready for that. So now we're just going to roll it up on our rolling pin like this. Take your pie plate. You don't need to grease it, anything like that. And then you just place your pie in here, okay? Look at how easy. My recipe is very forgiving and it's very easy for the beginner pie people, and you'll be like, I made pie. So then you've got your custard, and all you do is just pour it in. I'll fix around the edges and make them look pretty, but we're just trying to get this in. Put it in, and then all you do is add some nutmeg and bake it. It might take a little bit longer in your oven, so just make sure, but after we make it pretty on the edges, you've got a really easy, yummy pie. It's a fun one.
Oh. I made pie.
I made pie. You can too. Okay.
That's
perfect. Great recipe for Thanksgiving.
Absolutely.